Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L coming in to do a live reaction, except it's just not me. It's also me. Well, it's me and Kara. Say hi,
Hi.
Kara. Wave to the people, Kara. Oh, see, she's there. I see, I have friends, guys. I do have friends, legitimately. Anyway, Kara, what we're going to be doing today, I'm not going to be looking at you, Kara, not because you're not there, but because the mic will not pick it up if I am looking away. We will be live reacting to the My Hero Academia openings.
Am I supposed to say something here?
Okay, you could have. This is going to be a great time, Kara. It's going to be absolutely fun. So just to give you the background as to why I dragged you into this, well, I have this wonderful commenter. His name is Jason Thomas, and he suggested do live reactions with a significant other. Unfortunately, I only had you, Kara, which is
Oh,
why we are here.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I know. Whatever. Not going to talk about that. But we're going to do live. I appreciate you. Just want to make sure
Thanks.
you know I appreciate you. We're going to do the live reaction to My Hero Academia openings. Don't know how many we will get through. Hopefully this will work. Kara, what do you know about My Hero Academia?
I've watched up until something. I think I saw the big three get introduced. I definitely read the manga up till that point.
Okay, so did you see after All Might has his big showdown with All for
Yes.
One? Okay, so you saw that. Okay, so big three. Did you see Eri get involved, introduced in the anime?
Not in the anime.
Okay, cool. So you've probably seen the openings we're about to see, but it's probably been a while. Fair assumption.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna get into it. This is gonna be the first opening that we got here, Kara. So get ready. What can we say about the first opening? I feel like the
Ooh.
first opening feels kind of different than all the other openings, and that's because like at this stage of the game, things weren't as epic. So it's got a different feel. Do you remember anything about this opening?
Cherry blossoms? Maybe? I think I'm thinking of like the third or fourth one.
No, no, you got it. There's cherry blossoms in here because it would have been about around springtime that
And Izuku's on a bench or something.
a bench. I'm not
I
sure.
feel like he sits on a bench for at least one of the openings.
Perhaps. I don't recall if this is the one though. Like the cherry blossoms here make sense because this is roughly when they would have gotten into high school.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense there. Okay, let's see if there's a bench somewhere in this episode, Kara. Here we go, or I guess opening. Opening one, the day. Okay, here we go.
Wow, I don't remember this at all.
Yes, yes. People I think made fun of this part a lot because it was reaching out towards All Might, and I think people made the joke that he was reaching towards All Might's butt. It was another time.
I can see that.
Yeah, you could totally see that. Kara, how many of those characters do you think are still relevant?
Ooh, I don't know.
So these are just all of Izuku's notebooks.
Yeah.
He has a lot. They don't show up in any other opening, I think. Overall, though, compared to the other openings, like this was probably like one of the lower energy ones, despite the song.
Well, it's very on the nose.
Yeah, yeah. This is kind of why I think it feels different. It's just because there wasn't really a lot to put in the opening itself, right?
Yeah.
And that shot of those guys fighting was pretty much all from that one arc at the very beginning with the villains.
Todoroki wore all white once?
Yep, he did. He did. That was before his costume was like really solidified.
Uh.
So if you notice, like with Todoroki in particular, this is him really early on.
Yeah.
The reason there is actually meaning to this costume, because what he has here is that he covered his fire side with ice, which is indicative of his trauma with Endeavor.
Yeah.
But this was just so aggressive early on. Like he definitely looked really goofy. I wouldn't be surprised if the author switched up his style just because this first design, there's a lot going into it. I think at the beginning too, he had a red eye glow in this one because I think it covered up all of his face as well. So that was the first opening, Kara. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's super easy to get the meaning. I mean, I know, I don't know if we're going for meaning, but like, you know, like he's reaching out to All Might and then he's like depressed and behind there's that big sign that says hero because he can't be one because, you know, beginning of the story.
So his trauma.
His trauma.
His trauma. And of course, like there's like the whole Bakugo situation like unfolding for a few frames on the opening.
Yeah.
We spent quite a lot of time actually just looking at Bakugo and Izuku facing away from each other. But yeah. So that was the first opening. I guess like there was also the All Might sequence in the middle that I think it's probably the money shot for the opening.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other money shot really. Although they did go pretty abstract with that whole situation there. How much points would you give the opening, Kara?
We're grading this?
Oh, I've decided. Yeah, 1 to 5. Well, how much do you think you would give?
Oh, I don't know. That's like a solid 3. It's pretty average. I mean, like, who animates this? Bones?
Bones.
I mean, yeah, it's better than Dean, I guess.
Yes, the glowing standard that is Dean. All right, cool.
Oh, whoa, what's going on there?
Oh, so.
No, with his feet.
Which feet? Which ones we're looking at?
That thing.
The brown one?
Yeah. Maybe it's my angle. Just looks like a blob.
Oh, it's kind of a blob there. It is kind of a blob. All right, we'll go to opening 2. This follows the theme of him looking onto All Might, if you notice.
Yeah. It's not on your green screen, by the way.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
So this was just a shot of all the kids getting ready, or I guess all the relevant kids getting ready.
Yeah.
There's not really an irrelevant child here. I mean, all these guys have stuff going on in the future.
Question, why is Bakugo, like, hanging out in an abandoned building?
It's Bakugo. This is where he goes all the time. Did you not know that? I think it's because, like, I don't know. I can't...
Interesting shot, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I guess destruction makes more sense with Bakugo, and, like, he's been in destroyed buildings before. That team-up shot, still, like, one of the best ones I've ever seen. Or, like, the group shot.
Yeah.
Shinzo was very popular after this after this season.
Is he relevant later?
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
I've heard some good things from the art exhibition recently. So overall, they've gotten better at showcasing who the relevant characters are.
Better money shots too, I believe.
I would agree with that, yes. Like the whole sequence of the kids, well yeah, like the whole sequence of just the fights and then like Ida running in, everything looked pretty good here.
Yeah.
Bakugo probably got like some of the more dynamic shots in there too, like when he's going in with his explosions.
Well, he deserves it. He's been training in broken buildings.
Yes, he does. Okay, so that was opening 2. You got a score for that? Anything you want to say?
I don't know, like 4.5. The song is done by my favorite Vocaloid producer, after all.
You're sure it is? You're sure
no, that's Hachi. That's totally Hachi.
Oh, okay. If that's the one that you say it is, alright, cool. Let's see. We're going to opening 3. I really enjoy opening 3, personally.
Oh, is this the one with the good animation?
I think the animation starts getting like significantly better from 3 forward.
I think it's the one with, what's her name, Toga? The one with Toga, when she's introduced. That one's the one with, like, where Bones really put in the money.
Oh, no, that's opening 4. Well, we're gonna get there. This one is like a somber opening. It's by Azamarashi?
I think.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's do it.
The Tokyo Ghoul ending guys. Those guys.
Oh, yeah, never described them like that. Alright, I thought they were like, are they involved in Nier Automata?
I couldn't tell you, I've never played.
Okay, gotcha. Here we go. I don't know. I always like hearing the girls' part in the song. I think it's great.
That was a beautiful, like, landing by All Might.
Yes, yes. He continued. I'm sure that there's some kind of like continuation from the first opening to the third opening about where Izuku is relative to All Might.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's self-explanatory. No need for me to talk about it. This is probably like the most wasted shot in the whole thing, right? Not really like high energy.
Well, I mean, this is pretty low energy.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? It's just conserving budget for the money shots later.
So what's going on in the arc? Oh, never mind.
Oh, we can talk. Like, there's a lot. Okay, Bakugo is probably the most irrelevant one in this whole thing. The ones to look at are Shoto, Todoroki, and Shoto, Ida, and Izuku. Obviously.
Yeah, this is Stain's part,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and this last segment here is the exams.
Ah.
So that's why they're shoving them in here.
Shigaraki really needs some moisturizer.
Yeah, this isn't. He still does. And then the little like plus ultra. That's just the motto for Hero Academia and all that.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute.
So just to go back here, specifically, it's interesting who they choose to kind of go through. So after they go through Ida, so you can tell Ida's one of the guys that has the big issue here. Because this is pretty much
well, his
Ida's
brother
arc.
and Stain, right? Like,
Yeah.
that was a huge thing.
Yeah, definitely. But then Ochako is not involved in this arc. And if you look here carefully, right, you have Ochako and like her little character arc that she just went through
Yeah.
in the sports festival. If I recall, this opening, the sports festival might have bled into it, but I don't recall the exact numbers anymore.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
thought they was still going on just based off the pictures that happened. I would assume, but whatever.
what do you mean, like at the beginning?
Like,
What-
no, with this character flashbacks, like, there's a lot of, like, stuff from the school festival.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I would just assume it was going on. Not that
Yeah.
I remember. It could have been, like, 5 episodes ago at this point.
I don't remember.
but-
I know that the school festival goes on into episode 13 of second season, and that around 13 is where you would get a new opening, but Ochako would have been solved by that point.
Yeah.
But anyway, like you can like this little shot of her crying is just like the fallout of the Ochako Bakugo fight. She ended up on the ground on that one. That's what this is referencing. The interesting choice was to have Momo here as well.
No, isn't she part of the Bakugo rescue arc? I don't know if that's going
She
on
is.
at this point.
She is
but-
part of the that's like later season. She is part of it. It's just interesting because this is what says that she's the secondary main female character. Because Momo's the only person that gets this kind of attention of the girls. And then Bakugo gets shoved in there with his trauma just because he's the main rival, right?
Yeah.
But like this is probably irrelevant for him in general for this part until like maybe the end of the season because that's where they have the exam. That's probably the only thing that this is referencing for later. But overall, like the thing I wanted to point out is just their choices and who exactly they showed having trauma, I guess. Best way to
fair.
explain it. What would you rate that one? I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 5. Only because I really like the song.
Fair. Man, like, it's, I don't know, it's pretty standard still. I'd
It
give
is.
that a 3.
It is still pretty standard. For anyone who doesn't know, Kara has really high standards.
Oh, yeah, I already know. This is the one with the good animation.
Oh, this is the one with the good animation. Oh yeah, you better believe. So, starting opening 4. Do I have anything to say about opening 4? I think opening 4 is one of the ones. It's done by Overworld, I believe. And I
think so.
believe that people did not like the full version. They thought like
Oh, because it had random brass instruments,
yeah,
right?
it did.
Yeah.
It did. But Overworld's like super experimental anyway, right?
Yeah, isn't it all one guy? Like, all the
Overworld?
different voices are all one guy?
I believe so. I'm trying to remember like seeing their music videos, man.
Is it really a shonen anime without Overworld? I mean, like, Bleach, D. Gray Man.
But see, it's a different style, right? Like Overworld feels better with the Grey Man and Bleach because they have a very different aesthetic,
Ah, true.
right? Like this is, I guess that's why they went for something darker here too, though. I think Overworld does Promise Neverland, but that's still like a different aesthetic because Promise Neverland is still pretty dark. Yeah, good point. Like it's not shonen without Overworld. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So if you notice, there's no All Might in that opening shot. It's just Izuku thinking about his life.
Well, there he is.
Yeah, well,
There we go! That's what I was thinking
okay.
of.
This actually has a answer in the manga. there's a shot of Izuku and All Might on the bench, except it's All Might in his skeletal form.
Oh.
But that they never use that shot after All Might loses his power in the opening or in the anime.
Yeah.
I always thought that was just a wasted opportunity.
See, no, he's on a bench though with like cherry blossoms. I knew it. I knew this was. I didn't make it up. I swear.
No, I knew you didn't make it up. I was just trying to wonder if it was in the first opening. No, this is the one that I thought of when you were talking about it. 14 seconds coming back in. Okay, so like just very quickly little thing. What's really interesting about this little sequence of the kids running is that this was used in the opening and it was also reused in the first episode recap for the season.
Oh.
Like this is a canned animation cycle. And if you look at these people where they're looking, they're like some people are just looking in a weird direction. Like Jiro, I don't know where she's looking, man. But Mineta's the one that has the most energy here because he's the guy oogling the girls. And if you notice, Aoyama's over there in the corner just being a little bit of a... Aoyama. He's just being Aoyama.
Maybe there's something reflective in our direction.
Maybe. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, that's a lot of frames.
That's where they put all their money. So Izuku getting depressed there right when Bakugo shows up, it's because like Bakugo got kidnapped, right?
Right.
And here's where you remember that Horikoshi loves hands.
Oh, I never realized that the silhouette was Potato Man.
Oh, you mean All For One?
Yeah.
Yes, it's All For One. This is Izuku about to go Super Saiyan. No, he didn't go Super Saiyan.
Isn't that villain relevant again, kind of?
Oh, I don't know. Might be spoilers. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Nah, Muscular's alright, man. If you notice, so a bunch of those heroes got their opening shot for the first time.
Yeah.
And that's because they're relevant for this season, right? They're the ones involved in the hideout raid.
Right.
And so this is where they actually pick up the symbology, or like the general thing with All Might. Instead of Izuku looking at All Might, now it's Izuku and All Might looking in the same direction. So that would be
plus Izuku's slightly ahead, something, taking over the mantle, something.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was the first half of the live reaction. As it turns out, having two different mics is quite a little bit of a challenge. So I'm having a few little audio snaggles that I have to get through. The next half will be uploaded tomorrow. But hey, you got 15 minutes of Kara, so that's wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, stay tuned. We will have another live reaction. If there's anything else you would like us to live react to, please let us know down below. Or if you're on the Discord server, just put it on the video suggestion channel. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, hope you have an absolutely great day.